This question is really fun to solve. It asks us to calculate the shaded area, which is this area here. We know that this region has 30 unit squares of area, this other one has 34, and this one has 42. We also know that this piece has the same size as this one, which has the same size as this one, and the same size as this one, and this, and this, and this, and this. That is, all pieces are equal. In other words, they come exactly from the midpoint of each side of the square. So, can you solve it? Well, the question asks for the shaded area. My question is simple. What figure is this? You might say, hey, BrainStation, it's a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides. All right, I agree. Now, how do we calculate the area of that thing? Like, how do I find the area of this quadrilateral? That's hard to answer, right? So, in order to make my life easier, I'm going to turn this shape into a figure whose area I do know how to calculate. And what figure would that be? A triangle. If you thought of a triangle, then congrats, you are right. So I'm going to divide this figure here into 2 triangles like this. And I know how to calculate the area of a triangle. It's base times height divided by 2, right? But I'm not going to do that with just this one. I'm going to do the same with all these quadrilaterals. So, look here, I will divide this into 2 triangles, then I will divide here too, into 2 triangles, and I will not spare you as well. Perfect. And now, what do we do after that? What's the next step? Come on, think. Let's stop looking at this part here, which is what the question is asking, and let's look at the rest of the figure so we can start thinking outside the box. Let's take, for example, this small triangle here. What would the area of this triangle be? You will say, that's very easy. It's 15, because you divided that figure into 2 triangles. If it's 30, then it would be 15 and 15, right? Unfortunately, nope. That's not how it works. We can't conclude that right away, because here, maybe it's not very clear, but maybe this part makes it clearer. This triangle here seems to have a smaller area than this triangle here, so we cannot just divide into 2 triangles and say the areas are equal. Noise. Let's go back to this triangle we were looking at earlier. The area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. The height of this triangle would be from here to here, right? Do you agree with me? Now, the height of this triangle here? Look, do you agree that it's the same as the height of this other triangle? And this is the most interesting part. The base of this triangle here is equal to the base of this triangle here, because those 2 segments are equal. So if this triangle here has the same base as this one on the left, and both triangles have the same height, what can we conclude? We can conclude that this area here is equal to this area here. Look how beautiful. I will give this a name, okay? I will call it A. I could call it A. I could call it whatever I want. You can even use another letter. If this area is called A, then this one will also be A. Now, using this same logic, and I need you to understand this part, we'll look at these 2 triangles here. Notice that both these triangles have equal bases, and the height of this triangle is also equal to the height of this one, right? The heights of the 2 are also equal. Therefore, they also have the same area. Beautiful, right? Let us call both of them as B. I think now you've already caught the mystery behind this question, right? So these 2 triangles, with equal bases and equal heights, will have equal areas. I will now call them C. And of course, the same logic applies here as well. So let us call them D. Now here comes the real magic. What can we do next? Let's write down what we know. I can say that A plus D is 30. Besides that, I know that A plus B is 34. I also know that B plus C is 42. And what about C plus D? Actually, I don't know that. I don't know C plus D. But if I am able to find out C plus D, then my job is done, right? But hey, we only have 3 equations and 4 unknowns, So at first it feels like we can't solve it. So the trick is, we don't need all the unknowns. We only want C plus D, and that we can find smartly. Notice that I have C here and D here. So it's interesting to add these two equations. Why? Because then I will get C plus D, which I need. Adding those two equations will be A plus D plus B plus C. And that's equal to 30 plus 42, which is 72. I can reorganize this and rewrite it as A plus B plus C plus D. And do I know A plus B? Of course I do. It's right here. A plus B is 34. So in place of A plus B, I will write 34 here. Now we have 34 plus C plus D is 72. Take 34 right-hand side like this. So C plus D equals 72 minus 34, which is 38, and that's it. The question is over. This shaded area here is 38 square units. Don't forget to share this video. This question is just too cool. Also, subscribe to the channel and give it a like. Always appreciated. So good.